All right, guys, we got Sunday Night Football. It's the Dallas Cowboys against the Philadelphia
Oh,
Eagles.
perfect. Taking Philly all day on this one. They're gonna light it up.
Really?
I think they're gonna do good, man. I mean, their offense is just top notch right now. And what's nice is
But okay,
Jalen Hurts has the
but
receivers to chuck.
let me say this. What defense has the Eagles really played where you're like, that was a great defense they beat?
Nothing like this Cowboys defense they're gonna play.
That's what I'm saying.
This gonna
It's
be a really
gonna
first
be
challenge.
and
Their
their
first
division rivals. So you got two top 5 defenses. I think it's gonna be a relatively low scoring game, especially when you think about them not giving Cooper that leash and him not making too many mistakes. Because that Eagles defense is flying around. They're top 10 in almost every statistical category.
Yep.
Right. And then you got the Cowboys defense. So I think it's going to maybe be like a low scoring 17-20. Jalen Hurts gets a couple rushing touchdowns. You know, Cooper throws to CD. Pollard breaks for a big one. But the rest of the game's pretty slow, pretty boring. We see a lot of punts.
That makes sense. No, that's definitely makes sense.
And it's a division game, man. Like, these two is the big rivals. I don't know, man. I think the Cowboys have the recipe to beat the Eagles. I'm not saying they're a better team. I think because they play good defense, because they have a good running game, and because Cooper Rush is making good throws, I think that's just enough to beat the Eagles this game, like 2017. Because, the Eagles has the top offense, but that defense is very fast. I don't think Hurts is going to be running around like he's did the past 5 games. It's going to be a really close, hard-hitting game. But I think because of the style the Cowboys are running right now, I think that's going to beat the Eagles this game.
I've been really trying to think of like what team has the Eagles really faced where I'm like,
I got it right
I
here.
can't.
Lions. They play
Commanders, the Cardinals.
I think the closest thing to a decent defense is the Viking.
Yeah, and that's
That
what.
they
And
put.
what was the
But
score
what
of
they
that game?
did to that
Well, they
Vikings
blew out the
offense was
Yeah, they
That
24 to
was
7,
impressive.
but they should. Yeah, it was 24 to 7. But yes, Kirk Cousins is to me.
they
is trash,
like they
so.
didn't really have to. You know, the
That's right.
offense didn't have to score a lot of points just because they
No.
were controlling.
They don't.
It's gonna be like he said. I agree. The Cowboys definitely have the recipe. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled off the upset, but I just feel like the Eagles are so hot, man. You know,
They are.
That's true.
I don't want to. Jalen Hurts said, I don't want to hear.
and the Cowboys are, you know, they're susceptible to the run. I think they're 19th in rushing allowed, and you know Philly loves to run, so you know I think they protect Jalen and try to get the ball in those running backs' hands and try to control the clock.
Man, I don't see Jalen outrunning Parsons, man. I think
Right,
Parsons.
you're right. They
That's
are
a team.
fast, boy.
That's a
Oh,
town,
it's gonna
boy.
be It's gonna be screens all day. I'm sure Miles Sanders is gonna take off this game. At least I hope so. I got my fantasy, but I'm gonna go. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with the upset, bro. I feel like Cowboys. That defense is really strong right now. I feel like that's gonna be a big difference. I don't know what schemes they got ready for Jalen Hurts, but I think they got something going, man. I think they're definitely hungry and they know that they need this game big time. I mean, you know, the Eagles could still lose and they're still okay, but Cowboys got to make sure they get that dub. And I feel like that's what's gonna make or break that game. It's the emotions. I feel like they got a little bit more. That's how I'm gonna put it.
The division right tight.
Exactly, and that division is tight. And I think I'm gonna say the score's gonna be low, though. I do agree. It's gonna be definitely a big defensive battle. I'm gonna say like 14-10 or something like that.
So they put the clamps on Philly if it's
I think
10
so.
points. Okay.
I'm going
so.
17-10. I'm going 17-10. I'm going 17-10 Philly though.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. I needed somebody
I
over
got you. I
here.
got you.
Is there anything I guess that Philly needs to work on to make sure that they're a dominant Super Bowl champ?
I like to see the passing game be a little bit more consistent, a little bit more, because like you look at Hurts' numbers, he doesn't have that many passing touchdowns. I think he only has 3, you know, through what this many games, like that's
Mhm.
not
Yeah,
that's not that
much.
impressive. 5 games, 3 touchdowns. Like, yeah, he's getting the rushing, but like for your quarterback to last all season, you don't want him taking like some of those touchdowns he's gotten already. He's trucking defenders over and he's looking like a running back. You don't want him doing that 16, 17 games. So I
Yep.
like to see AJ and Devontae not alternate games where you're seeing one go off and the other one's kind of quiet.
Mhm.
I want to see both of them really get involved and, see
Like
that passing game be a little match that running game a little bit more. But other than that, like aside from passing, they're top 10 in every statistical category.
Yep.
So it's like you can't really harp on those guys too much. Nick
Mhm.
Sirianni's got them doing the right thing, so you gotta tie it all together, and I think they're a Super Bowl contender for sure.
And it's crazy too. It's they're in the line to probably be the number 1 seed because they do have, like, I think they said they have the easiest schedule of the NFL. So with that alone, like, they face teams like the Titans, the Colts, the Commanders, Texans. These are teams that they should beat. You know what I mean?
And that's what they have left.
Yeah.
Oh,
They have
so
Saints.
That's a first seed right there. So
like
we
that's
put it on the
Yeah.
plate for you.